Folks are mad. Your price went up. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder for my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, folks are mad. Your price went up. I need somebody to drop in the comments and say, yesterday's price ain't today's price. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say yesterday's price ain't today's price. All right? Now, listen, y'all, I'm going to clarify what I'm speaking about and who I'm speaking to, okay? So let's go ahead and get right into that. What I mean by this, y'all, is products and services for sure, all right? Your side business, your at-home business, your online store, whatever the case is, y'all, the things that you're selling, of course, right? However, I'm not just talking about that from an entrepreneurial standpoint. I'm talking about changing your surroundings. I'm talking about what you used to settle for. I'm talking about what you used to do. I'm talking about who you used to be around. You follow what I'm saying? And see, when it comes to that, this means that you are changing in order to grow. Growth is necessary. Somebody drop that down below in the comments. See, your price went up. It used to be easy to get you out the house, but now you ask, who gonna be there? Who's going? Where we going? You follow what I'm saying? Your price went up. It used to be easy to get you to react, but now you ask yourself, is it worth it? Do I want to do this? Is it going to cost me my freedom? Is it going to cost me time with my kids or time away with my kids? Is it going to cost my life? Your price went up. See, it used to be easy to make you react or make you respond or get something out of you like your time and your energy. But now you ask yourself, is it worth giving up? I need you to understand something, y'all. Yesterday's price is not today's price. So that's what I mean. Well, who are you speaking to, Reno? I'm talking to my entrepreneurs. Yep. I'm talking about people who are into personal development, once again. Those who are into spiritual development, once again. Those who are trying to become the better version of themselves and become the greatest person that they can be, ultimately. You follow what I'm saying? And so you got to understand something. People going to be mad that your price went up. They used to be able to pull up on you anytime, no problem. They used to be able to call you anytime, no problem. They used to be able to get whatever they wanted from you. Free products, free services, free this, whenever they wanted to. But yesterday's price ain't today's price. You follow what I'm saying? And you've been through a lot. You've been through enough. And that molded you into who you are becoming and who you are today. Make sense what I'm saying, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. And so we're going to go ahead and get directly into this banger, y'all. Be sure to leave a thumbs up on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. Not only that, y'all, but y'all be sure to ring my bell so you could be notified after every single video I post. Yes, y'all, we skipped one day on posting on this channel. I had to take a little break real quick. Well, actually, y'all, it wasn't even about a break. I actually watched the sermon, just took a day off. If God rested on the seventh day, y'all, you know your boy got to get one in too. So that was what that was mainly about. But also, y'all, I want to send nothing but love, peace, and prosperity to the fam. All right, how y'all weekend was, okay? And of course, y'all, let me know how y'all day went. Let me know what y'all ate, all that good stuff. All right. All I had was a cheese, egg, and sausage sandwich. You know, I'm decent. I ate a little something. I'll probably eat something later. I may or may not, but that's just what I got going on. Let me know what y'all got going on, all right? But let's get right into the video, y'all. Number one, let's go with this right here, family. They can no longer afford you. Yeah, they can no longer afford you. Now, listen, y'all, please be advised. When I say they can no longer afford you, I'm not saying that they can no longer afford to pay for you. I'm not saying they can no longer afford to pay for your time. I'm no longer saying that, or I'm not saying that they can no longer afford to pay for your energy or whatever the case is. I'm saying that they can no longer afford your new attitude. They can no longer afford your new energy. They can no longer afford your new places of stay, environment. What you decided to place in your body is coming out. They can't afford that version of you. Yeah. See, they're still in that poverty mentality. They're in that poverty way of looking. They have a poverty perspective, a poverty mentality, a poverty way of talking. So they don't understand your wealthy or rich mentality. You dig what I'm saying, y'all? Let's just say you got some Jordans that were once $150, right? And so the company said, you know what? We want to increase the profit margins. We want to increase or expand who we are selling to, and we want to increase our business, right? So what we're going to do is charge more, but not only charge more, we're going to increase the value. Yeah, we're going to increase, the design of the shoe. We're going to increase how much quality the shoe is, right? The sole of the shoe. We're going to make sure that we make that shoe the highest version of itself. You follow what I'm saying? Some people charge higher, but they did not increase the value of the product or service. You follow what I'm saying? Some people charge higher, but they did not increase the product or service. For instance, you got somebody who say, you know what? I ain't hanging with these type of people. Or if these old friends want to get me, they got to do X, Y, and Z for me. But yet you just changed the face and attracted the same type of spirit. All right? People do it in relationships all the time. You broke up with this type of guy and got with somebody worse or the same. You broke up with this type of woman and got with somebody worse or the same. Yeah, you increased your price, but you ain't changed the quality of the product or service. So getting right back to it, y'all, the product costs $250 now, the Jordans, and they actually increased the value of it. You're going to have a group of people who pissed off. You know why? We can't afford it no more. And not only can we not afford it, but we know that it's worth the price that y'all are charging. That's the same thing with yourself. You change your mentality. You ain't thinking the same. You ain't hanging in the same environments. They can see it. They can smell it. They can tell it. They know it. You follow what I'm saying? And so what happens is, y'all, is that they know that they can no longer afford you, but since they can't afford you, they pissed off. They mad. Think about Drake in 2009 or 2008, right? I'm sure that Drake charged maybe about $3,000 to $10,000 for a show, okay? $3,000 to about $10,000 for a show, because I think Drake started getting popping around 2009, 2010, somewhere around there. So maybe at that time, I'm sure he was charging about $3,000. I'm gonna say $2,500 to about $10,000 or so, right? That's a lot of profit margin, but y'all get where I'm going. Try to get a show from Drake today. Yeah, try to get you a show from Drake today. They're going to hit you with a meal ticket, and if you want to get you a discount, they may take $250,000 off of it. You see what I'm saying? They may take about $250,000 off of it. You will end up paying $750,000. You got that? Yeah, I ain't think so. So the point is that they can no longer afford him. He's in a different bracket. That's the same thing with yourself. They can no longer afford you. The type of people you used to be around, they can't afford you. The type of people you used to hang with, they can't afford you. The job you used to work at, they can't afford you. All right? The business you used to have or the business you used to attract, they can no longer afford you. This is why you are in different brackets. You're dealing with different people. You're seeing different faces because the old ones could no longer afford you. When the last time you seen a Lamborghini commercial? You probably ain't gonna see one, and you never have seen one. You follow what I'm saying? That's because who they speak to is a different bracket of people. All right? Yesterday's ain't today's price. We don't care about the person who make $50,000, $40,000, $60,000 a year. We're seeking the person who makes six figures at a minimum to buy these cars. The point is, y'all, folks are mad your price went up. Number two is going to be this right here, y'all. It requires their best. Yeah, it requires their best. The problem is, y'all, people don't want to give their best. People want to come in and give mediocre. All right, people want to come in and give basic. That's why certain people deal with certain people. Because I know if I deal with this particular person, then they're not going to require that much out of me. But if I deal with this particular person, they're going to require a whole lot out of me. So you know what that being said, I'm going to pass on you. I'm cool on you, dog. All right, I'm cool on you, dog. Here's the thing. You got the young woman, right? Young woman, I'm going to say about 21 to about 27, right? That's just a rough estimate. But young woman, 21 to about 27. What she's willing to go for is probably not what the older woman or the grown woman who's 28 to about $39 gonna go for. You know why? Because they are in two different brackets. One has a little bit more time. The other one is like, hey, mine ticking. If you ain't coming in talking about marriage, if you're not coming in talking about having some type of plan, I'm not even saying you got to marry me tomorrow. I'm just saying, what's the plans? Okay? You see what I'm saying, y'all? The point is that a certain group of men is only going to be able to deal with the grown woman. Why? Because she's going to require his best. All right? A certain group of men will be able to deal with the younger woman because why? She's not going to require the best that the grown woman is going to require. I believe both parties want their best, but what your best is at 25 is going to be different for what your best is at 35. You follow what I'm saying? The standards changed. Okay, somebody drop that down below in the comments. The standard changed. Number 3 is going to be this right here, y'all. Quality over quantity. Quality over quantity. This right here is a big one. We live in an era, y'all, where it's the social media age, all right? This is the social media age. People can make a living off of social media just by cutting on their camera, just by selling some pots, just by selling microphones, a product or a service. We live in a social media age, all right? So with that being said, it's good, but it's also bad in a way because you have a lot more quantity than you do quality, right? And so in this social media age, it may cost a person to post 10, 15 times, but is it a quality post though? All right. It may cost a person or cause a person to promote their product or service, but is it a quality product or service though? You follow what I'm saying? But see, I'm gonna tell y'all like this, y'all. I take days off on purpose. I don't take like 3-4 days all the time, only when I'm mentally drained. But I take certain days off. Like I may take 24 hours to 48 hours off to myself. Not just because I need a mental break, but because I give y'all space. All right. I try to give y'all space and give y'all time to process and digest the information that I'm giving y'all already. I don't overload y'all, right? When I come back, I give you quality videos. You follow what I'm saying? Some people are going to be mad because, oh, Reno, well, they over here, they giving a whole bunch of videos and you should give me 3, 4, 5 videos every day. Well, sorry, it's quality over quantity. And also, yesterday's price ain't today's price. Reno, you used to do it, not no more. I'm trying to give you quality over quantity, all right? And that's the same thing with yourself. When you are giving quality over quantity, some people are going to be pissed off. See, people used to get you all the time, but they didn't get the best version of you. Now, people don't get you as much, but when they do get you, they get you at 100%. That makes sense, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. Number 4 is going to be this right here, family. Very important. The how dare you mindset. Yeah. The how dare you mindset. So I knew this person. I ain't going to, disclose their name, but I knew this person who sold cookies on the side. They had a job, working at the post office, but they sold cookies on the side. Not the post office, a hotel, right? But they sold cookies on the side. They sold pastries, cakes. Basically, they had like a little side business, right? And let me remove little. They had a side business, right? Or a business. We'll just leave it at that. I want to speak positive over them. But anyway, they had a business and people would get cookies and pastries and their products and services for, I'm going to just say a extreme low price, sometimes free. And it was because they really didn't have the confidence in themselves. And sometimes I would tell them, hey, you need to start charging more for that. Like you almost giving them a free product. And they was like, I know. And then all of a sudden, maybe like a month or 2-3 months passed by. I can't remember specifically, but they just started charging a little bit more. And it was still not even extraordinary, but they started valuing their product, valuing their time, valuing, their investments and the things they had to put into that to get where they were going, or to get it the way it was. And so what happened, the people who was around them had that how dare you mentality. We used to get it for free. You can at least sell it for this. Listen, if you don't want to buy it, Go try it somewhere else. All right. If you don't want to buy it, go try it somewhere else. And that's the mentality that you got to gain when people have the how dare you mentality. You follow what I'm saying? We see it all the time on social media. We see it all the time, even in physical stores, real storefronts. All right. When they tell you the price don't went up, people can't stand that. How dare you? Well, listen, I had to dare myself to be better than who I was last year. And if you can't deal with that, so be it. But again, you don't want to buy it, go try it somewhere else. The next thing, y'all, is going to be this right here. Number 5, they became emotionally attached to the lower version of you. They became emotionally attached to the lower version of you. Listen, y'all, Mike Epps had a podcast. Well, it's not his podcast, but he was on a podcast, and he spoke about how the people from Indiana, where he's from, would pretty much only like him and love him when he was out his mind on drugs, right? But whenever he was the star, Mike Epps, he came with that positive energy. He came loving and caring, helping out people, going in his pocket. And he was just still on the high of his success, not braggadocious or boastful, according to how he portrayed it. But I would just say he was just happy that he made it, from hopelessness to something, right? However, his homeboys did not like it. The people who he was around could not stand it. I only like you when you are the lower version of yourself, when you're crying, when you're low, when you're hurt, when you don't know who you are. A lot of people don't want you to know who you are. Somebody drop in the comments and say, I know who I am. But understand this, y'all. A lot of people don't want you to know who you are. And that's just the way it is. But going right back to it, y'all, people become emotionally attached to the lower version of yourself. That's why if you ever notice, when people are at their lowest around you, or when they pissed off or mad or depressed, it's because you up. But you ever notice whenever you're down, it's like they happy, even if they're trying their best to not make it seem like they're happy at you. It just seems like they have a change or a shift in their mood. It's because they want to be the one that's up. It's because they want to be the one to pull you up or act like they're there for you. But they get a gag out of seeing you down. That makes sense, y'all? But listen, that's not who you are anymore. Yesterday's price ain't today's price. If you can't be around me when I am at my highest, then you can't afford me no more. If you can't be around me when I have success, then you can't afford me no more. The point is, y'all, is you got folks mad because your price has went up. You follow what I'm saying, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. But we're going to go ahead and do this recap, and then we'll get up out of here. Number 1, y'all, they can no longer afford you. Number 2, it requires their best. Number 3, quality over quantity. Number 4, the how dare you mindset. And number 5, y'all, they became emotionally attached to the lower version of you, all right? But with that being said, family, y'all make sure y'all go over to my other channel, Reno Speaks Riches. If anything resonate with you on that channel, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe, all right? Also, y'all be sure to go to my website, richmentalityattire.com, all right? Get you a Yes Sir hoodie, Yes Sir t-shirt. Check out any one of my books. And of course, family, you can book a one-on-one session with your boy. But I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Keep a rich mentality. Peace.